All right, so we have two new unit kits in this video being GAUCHE and Gordon. Now, these units are meta viable. It's kind of crazy to say this, but we're going to have a mono debuffer team. It's 4 debuffers on one team, and it's going to be viable. Now, the main reason why is because we are about to get, well, in about 6 weeks time, which for this game is really not long, but in about 6 weeks, we're going to be getting DPS Patri debuffer Patri, that's a DPS. Because if you check here, Patri, debuffer, by the way, right? Damage up, damage up, damage up, damage up. So this guy is going to be all about doing DPS on a debuffer team, which is needed when you're in a mono team. So we got GAUCHE, and we also have Gordon, right? These units are both like pretty good even on their own, but when you put them on a full debuffer team, it's crazy. So I'm just going to showcase their ults and then we'll be on our way. So this is his ult. It's pretty nice. I think it's nice. Now, let me know down below what you think of these units. Please leave a comment, like the video. Let me know so I have interaction in the community. Would appreciate it greatly. Check the kits out and then let me know your thoughts down below. Are they good? Are they bad? Do you disagree with my points or agree with them? Now, we're just going to show the ult for Gordon because... bro, I'm sorry. You're going to see them in the Discord anyway later on. But my Discord link down below. But no, I don't want to spend too much time on that. But those are the animations. So we're going to start with Gordon because he is more important to the debuffer team. And overall, he has very good stats. Right, 65k HP, much higher than GAUCHE, extra 13k, insane. His defense is incredibly low though. He has no crit res, 107 speed on both of them, which might seem bad, but considering the DPSs now besides Lisht are lower than that, besides BDA to be fair, it's not that bad, okay? I don't really think it is. Because, I mean, it depends on who you're running with. We're going to talk more about like specifics later. But you should still be fine with 107. It might even help you in some cases, but we'll see. Now, his HP, though, is crazy high. Having extra magic attack, surprisingly, is good for him, and crit rate is good for him, so that's insane. Now, let's go into the skills for Gordon. Red debuffer, all right? Single target AoE, all right? Here we go. Skill 1. 110% defense reduction on an enemy. It's level 2. I think it's 80%. I think. No. It's like 40. Not bad. So 2-turn for that. Then 2-turn poison. Now the thing is with 2-turn poison, bro, it's fucking worthless because you can't get to 3. You literally can't. Unless you keep on attacking before the enemy, you're not really going to hit the 3. And for that, you'd also have to use this 3 times. So it just doesn't work out, right? It doesn't work out. You're not going to get the mobility lower from that. But it's whatever. Skill 2. Single target, extend the debuff duration, 1 turn debuff on an enemy, right? This you cannot, it does not work. Even if you apply a debuff at the start of the battle, it does not work when you consider a debuff immunity with Kaiser, okay? Keep that in mind. Disarm level 4, that's like I think a 39 or 36% damage lower, insane. Crit rate lower, which is going to be horrible for Black Divider. He's going to suffer from that for sure. And then remove 2 buffs. 2 buff removals on anyone, right? It's single target, but guys, come on. That shit is insane, right? Because it's going to be GAUCHE, just a spoiler, removes 2 buffs AoE. You combo that together, it's going to be insane. Now, this is very good for BDA. But we always have to consider, right? We have to consider, what is Patri going to do? He's a debuffer. We don't know. And they made him 100% in mind with these 2 units because you want to use them on a full debuffer team, which you'll see. Alt, AoE. If curse is not present on all enemies, inflicts curse on a designated enemy for 3 turns. 3 turns is big. Inflicts a 50% increased damage taken debuff on an enemy for 2 turns. And remember, this is you could actually stack this with level incapacitate. So you could stack multiple damage increases. Curse. If the target with curse present on them dies, all enemies will receive extra damage equal to 30% of max HP when the target with curse present on them dies. Transfers curse to a random teammate on their side for 3 turns. Now, why is this crazy? So let's say not a debuffer team. You're just running Gordon with Lumiere. Lumiere AoEs after this, right? Let's say, I don't know, Kaiser, Gordon, Lumiere, Sekre, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out. Gordon ults, 50% damage increase because you have Kaiser. And then, even if, let's say, no damage increase. Let's just say Lumiere does kill someone. the curse transfers, then he gets another turn, and he could kill the other person because they just took an extra 30% damage. So obviously it's random, so you might not get lucky. But even with Lumiere, deep into the fight or early on, this could be really good. Or even with Lisht, right? This is going to allow Lisht to be a lot better because you're able to single target, just destroy someone, right? So this is huge. Actually, no, because Lisht wants Kaiser, so forget that. Or you need two supporters in general. But on a full debuffer team, why this is so good is because you're going to be removing so many debuffs, having so many debuffs on them, you're going to kill someone at some point. And let's just go into this. So, passive. This, insane. At the start of the battle, if all allies are debuffers, inflicts disarm level 5 and reduce all attack level 5. That's a 42% and a 40? I don't know what level 5 is. Do we... Hold on. Who has it? Dorothy does, but does it say it here? I don't think it says it. No, it doesn't. So if it doesn't say it there, let's go to units, sorted, debuffers. Which debuffers have it? I would like to imagine Noelle. I mean, we could see something of the sort. If it doesn't say it, then I'm giving up because it's going to be a bit annoying. 34. So level 3 is 34. Which means you're going to be around 40% for both, which is insane, right? So not only that though, we're going to go on. At the start of battle, if all allies have the debuffer class, grants all allies 50% increased accuracy buff, which is multiplicative. If you have 500 accuracy, you're going to be at 750. Guys, this is insane. And why? Because accuracy, the higher the accuracy, the less chance you have to be blocked. When you're blocked, debuff immunity is applied, which means higher accuracy equals less chance to apply debuff immunity. Isn't that insane? So it's going to lower your chances of the debuff immunity applying later on, which is amazing, amazingly well thought. Now, when attacking, for each debuff present on a designated enemy, attacks after granting a 30% increased damage dealt buff. For each debuff, you get 30%, which means you could easily get a 200% damage dealt increase. And remember, ding, 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 11k magic attack. You're not building him with magic attack. You might want to put it as a substat, but considering he's going to get a 200% damage increase, and then, oh wait, 50% increased damage taken, and we haven't went over the rest of the team, right? That's insane, right? But then, at the start of the battle, grants all debuffer class allies debuff immunity for 1 turn, which is gonna be very good if there's like, I mean, I guess other debuffers might do this in the future, so this is like future proof, because like besides like Noelle, there's not many that apply start a battle debuffs, right? Now, this is the craziest part. At the start of the wave, grants all debuffer class allies a 30% reduced damage taken buff for 2 turns. Now, with this, you're gonna do the shoehorse set, because that means in total, when you're above 90% HP, 50% damage reduction, but then the first 2 turns, that's 50% damage reduction, alongside 40-ish all attack lower and damage lower. We understand why this is crazy, right? They're going to be nigh immortal. Like, sure, it's 50% damage reduction, but it's with everything else, right? So if the enemy team does not have Kaiser, they lose, right? It's simple as that. Kaiser became a necessity, like that. Speed lower, it's a good passive. Now, the remove 2 buffs is great. You don't even need to dupe out a skill page. It just gives increased reduced defense, which is good. I just don't think it, like, just having it gives him the 30% extra damage, which is good enough. Isn't it insane, right, what he does? I mean, you look at all this. Removing two buffs here is so good. And then he's extending debuffs. So, like, yeah. I mean, let's go over Gordon. Sorry, GAUCHE. GAUCHE. The goated left unit. GAUCHE is left in French. But here we go. Skill 1, if you land a crit, 15% with reduced mobility. Skill 2, single target again. Crit res lower. Reduce crit rate level 3. And then, upon landing a crit, remove 1 buff on an enemy. Crit res level 4, I would like to say is anywhere from like 40 to 60%. It's going to be good because of what GAUCHE does very soon. I mean, like, it's stupid. It is pretty stupid. So, this is nice. This is good. It's just not that crazy, but his ult is stupid. Remove 2 buffs on all enemies. AoE. So, listen. When Gordon is getting a 200% damage increase with a bunch of debuffs that increase your damage, there's going to be no damage reduction on the enemies sometimes. Do we understand why this team could be scary if they're left alone? Like, if you don't kill them right away, you're dead. And you can't because they're going to have 50% damage reduction, so nuking is not possible. But then you're also going to have attack lowers. And then even at that, they might even use Zora. If you use Zora, oh my god. Like, you can't stop them at that point, right? That's the crazy part. Because then Zora, what's crazy with Zora is, well, also you have to keep this in mind. Black Divider is quicker than Gauche and Gordon, which means that the 1 turn damage reduction to get them to 70% is going to be an effect for Black Divider. And then for Lisht, Lisht is quicker than them, right? So it's only going to be Lumiere that's going to be somewhat of a problem, but you're going to lower him to shit, right? And that's the great part. And then if, for example, you're using Chaos Vanessa, well, what happens if Chaos Vanessa silences Kaiser and Kaiser cannot remove the silence? What happens, right? That's the crazy part. Like, what happens if he just doesn't get lucky? So that's the insane stuff. So concentrated attack debuff on a designated enemy for 1 turn. Now, 1 turn's fine because remember, Gordon extends debuffs, right? So, you know, and this is going to be good for Gauche anyway. And then upon landing a crit, inflicts a 50% reduced mobility debuff on an enemy, whoever gets critted. So if you get this guy, I would say to about 100% crit rate, you're going to be fine because of this. At the start of the battle, inflicts a 50% reduced crit res debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Yep. So, Kaiser just became fucking like a necessity unless, like, if Kaiser didn't release, like I said, guys, Kaiser was a necessity, and if he didn't release, bro, this team would have been insane. And we were right. Mid-Ollie were right. 50% means that if you have 250% crit res, it's going to cut it in half, which means you're now, it's not minus 50. It's times 50%, right? It's like, sorry. Instead of minus 50%, it's essentially like cutting it in half, right? So instead of 250 going to 200, it's 250 going to 125. Which is why if you get even a semblance of crit on Gordon, he's going to be able to crit on his ult, which is going to lower the enemy's mobility. Now, this is decent, but it's not crazy, where if an ally lands a crit, he gets 10% up to 20% mobility. I just don't even think you should dupe him out. It's not worth it. I don't think so, at least. It's not really that crazy. And then when he gets crit, 1 buff, and then passive is when he lands a crit, increases 15 to 40% increased damage taken. You just want the skill page, right? Now, even at that, maybe you put silent skill page on Gordon. I think let me write it in the group chat. I think silence SP on Gordon. Gauche. Maybe silence SP or HP. I think HP could be good. Like stun, silence, HP is where you're going to run. Because you don't really need this. Like, it's when you land the crit, which isn't guaranteed. I could see Gordon doesn't need his SP. Yeah, Gordon, Gauche doesn't need his SP. So, that's actually a good thing, guys. That's a good thing. No dupes. He needs no investment. You get 1 copy and you're done on his banner. Like, I'm not even kidding. So, it's a W. Like, this is good. It's just not good enough to warrant, like, maybe losing HP, etc., right? Like, for example, let's see the skill pages and debuffers, right? So there's not anything super crazy, I guess. What does this do? Oh, this could be good. Like getting the, what is it? 50% defense is not bad. Or we could even put this. Holy shit. Wait. Oh my god. This skill page just got insane value. 3 SP every time you attack someone with a debuff. You're going to be ulting so much. Holy shit. Yeah, no, this is going to be insane. So, Gauche, 0 investment. Gordon needs max investment on dupes, but not on skill page. Skill page, 1 dupe is fine. 1 copy, which is great. Now, in terms of teams, the thing is, Patri is going to be green. Reason is, Awakened Lisht is green. Patri and Awakened Lisht are very similar. I don't see anything else. Now, Patri is either Chaos or green. Is it possible he's Chaos? Yes. If he's Chaos, it's going to be a broken ass ability. But the problem with it is that we have to use one of these 2 debuffers afterwards, right? And it's like, I'd rather us get a green debuffer than get a Chaos debuffer, because this way Chaos Vanessa is still usable, right? I think it would be better if Patri, Dark Elf Patri is green. Even if his name is Dark, literally Lisht is light and he is a green DPS, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I think that green is definitely what we're gonna need. So the team is gonna be Gordon, Gauche, Patri, and then Chaos Vanessa. That's gonna be the team, okay? Like the team, 1000%, no doubt about it. No fucking doubt about it. That team's going to be good because she's going to silence, which is going to give you some help, at least turn 1, especially with Lumiere. Especially if he has Fuego's SP on. If Lumiere has Fuego's SP on, you just use Vanessa. Maybe Sekre is going to remove the silence, but then guess what? You reapply it with her ult, right? So that's going to be good. Now, the thing is, I think that the team right now is probably going to be Gordon, GAUCHE, Zora for extra damage reduction, and like maybe Red Uno. I'm not even kidding. Is it possible that it's Red Uno? Because he... Oh, even this is good. I didn't know he did that. But his ult, like if he combos with like, I don't know, who with Zora, for example, he could silence someone, right? And then he could taunt, which is going to be very good. Like this ult is going to be huge. I honestly think he might actually be good. Like he doesn't need this. He's going to be at 107 speed, which is why you're just going to combo with Zora, who's at 112. And this is going to be good enough. Like, you're going to have multiple instances to be able to silence. So I think either Yuno or Dorothy, obviously. Dorothy's going to be great because she also applies silence. So one of them, right? If you let them live past turn 2, GG, right? That's the crazy thing. It's good. It's definitely a pretty nice team, but Kaiser fucks him over for sure. Kaiser, like, because he puts 2-turn debuff immunity, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Like, really interesting. I don't know. Obviously, Pachi is going to make the team better, but I think this team, even right now, is pretty good, which is insane to think about. These two units are broken. GAUCHE is, like, less good than Gordon. Gordon's amazing. Like, what he does on his, like, passives are just too good. It's too good. But even his ult, like, this curse is going to be really strong for this team that has kind of low damage, so I'm pretty hyped. Like, these two, like, somehow Yuno is pretty good, because you could silence on combo, which is going to be great. I don't know. Mars could hurt them. If the enemy team runs Mars, your started battle debuffs will not apply from Gordon. So that's true, for sure. But I think that, like, if you're running the Shoe Horse set on everyone, like, you're going to be fine. 50% damage reduction, 40% damage lower, 40% all attack lower. You're going to be fine. I mean, we'll have to see in battle. Maybe it's not as good as I'm thinking. But especially if you're running Zora, the DPS ain't doing shit. It's crazy. It's really good. I hope Patri is broken, but we're only going to find out in like 4 weeks, maybe 3. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks, so yeah. Let me know what you guys think. These two units, to me, seem really good. They're like S tier right now. People have to understand, they're trying to build up the meta and not make it that everything's getting power creeped. So I think it's way better that we have like 30 good units and like 10 different good teams than having like 2 good teams. I think it's way better. Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.